name is Warren H. Stewart Sr., and I am a Baptist. I started preaching in Coffeyville, Kansas in 1969, so this is my 56th year of preaching. And I went to Black Baptist College and then went to Union Theological Seminary and landed here in Arizona in 1977 and have not left since. I served at the First Institutional Baptist Church downtown Phoenix. 48 years on the dot. On the dot. Well, I was reared in an African American Christian home. My grandfather, grandmother were deacons and deaconesses. My mother played the piano. So I've been in church all of my life. We stayed two houses from our local church in Coffeyville. So I'm a church boy. I've been in church all of my life. And so being an African American, dealing with racism and injustice. So I've been dealing with that all of my life through seminary. When I arrived here, dealing with systemic racism in the state of Arizona, and of course the Martin Luther King Jr. fight we had for several years here. So I've been dealing with injustice all of my life, and so that helped to shape when you look at the Bible and it talks about justice and liberation and about setting people free. Well, I could relate to that. Well, the Latin root word for priest is pontifex, which means bridge builder. So any of us who are involved in ministry and church work, in our faith work, who are faith leaders, we're to be priests of God and priests of the people. Therefore, we are bridge builders. That is our modus operandi, to be a bridge builder. And so that has motivated me for the decades that I've been in ministry, that where there's separation, let's build a bridge and at least meet. Maybe we won't agree on everything, but at least we can meet. There would not be the chasm. This nation has moved, and perhaps the world, but the nation for sure, has moved in a spirit of bitter, divisive partisanship. We used to be taught to learn how to disagree agreeably. Now the theme is disagree as ugly as you can with the other person. And so coming from the highest levels of government, you don't have a sense of bridge building. You don't have a sense that those who oppose what we might believe consider us to be equals. They consider us to be less than, or we consider them to be less than. And as long as as there's not a sense of equality among those of us who work together or do not work together, you're not going to, it's going to be uncivil, divisive, and bitter like it is today. To be the leader of First Institutional Baptist Church, it is like one of the mother churches for civil rights in the state of Arizona. And so to be the senior pastor there kind of put me out in front. So I was almost expected to be a leader when it comes to justice and equality and fairness among the people, not just the church, among the people. And so that platform God gave me was a blessing. And I endeavored to be faithful and to use it for the betterment of as many people as possible. We are all created in the image of God. And if we see the imago Dei in every single human being, regardless of what their politics are, theology, philosophy, good, bad, and ugly, if we see every person created in the image and likeness of God, they are our brother or our sister. And that should affect how we relate to them. At this season of my life, I want to pour into those who are younger. And God has put some younger pastors and faith leaders in my path, and they're giving me hope because they want to sit down and work together. And I believe that they see, many of them see the image of God in everyone else. And so I see glimmers of hope. I don't see a big canvas of hope, but I do see glimmers of hope that God has given me more than I can ever give. So my goal is to give back to God by giving back to others as much as I can.